Oh my god!
Yeah, that shit sucks. Like, some people try to tell me, they're like, yeah, man, it's not that bad. I'm like, I don't think you play like that to tell me that it's not that bad. Yeah, it sucks. I gotta take it though. I can't do anything else. Yeah, I can get better at playing online, but I would have to play significantly more online. And then there's characters that I have no offline experience against, right? So it's like you have to. I'm learning how to fight certain things online, which I don't really mind. Yo, good games reflex. Good games reflex. Which I don't really mind, but you still have to be. There is an adjustment period. At least for me, there is. I can't speak for nobody else. I saw that playing online in Japan. Yeah, bro. Exactly. Yo, Mark, man, I saw what playing online in Japan arcades did to us. Facts. Exactly. Now we know why those guys punched the machines. Exactly. We've experienced it firsthand. And if you don't have, what is it? You turn off anti-aliasing or something like that. I forgot what it was called, but like there are certain things that you can make better, and if sometimes you don't have access to it. So, yo, I'm telling you, bro, them people to be punching the machines. I used to laugh at that shit. I'm like, bro, how are you that mad? And then I'm like, oh, scooches, yeah, but it's a hell of a lot better in rollback. Just because you can play in lockstep instead, I mean, it can't be much better. No, I mean, think about it like this. Think about it like this. Rollback definitely changes the game, right? When you can, let me say this clearly. And when you can successfully input and use rollback, fine. For me, online, my attitude towards online is that, like, I feel like it has to be perfect. I know that's not the case, but as somebody who has come up playing in an offline case scenario, it's not going to be easy for me coming to and trying to play a game like Guilty Gear online for the first time. Like, no. Like, it does not work. Because people are like, oh, you could just do this, but then you play like Lost Soul, and Lost Soul is used to playing online. He plays online. I played Lost Soul offline, and it's 100% different. You can actually do shit. It's not the same, and so it's not only a game like Tekken. Like, you need to have great internet now. I mean, look at what we saw today with all of these companies. They announced like, hey, let me lift this up. We're going to have all these online events. These online events that are only made to be played online because we can't go outside. And they even talked about like the fact that like you can't expect some of that lower base or the other base to come in and just instantly gravitates to it, because it's going to be a process of like playing these things differently. You're not going to be able to do the exact same things that you did offline, and that adjusting can take who knows how long. That's like somebody saying like they haven't played in a while and they have to play a new Tekken. I remember my little brother. Online will always be different from offline because of latency, rollback or not. People seem to also think that rollback lets you see things and react faster, which is not usually the case. Rollback makes your perception of inputs more accurate over lockstep. Oh yeah, 100%. But it has to be in the game. Before you can even think about like the rollback part of it, it has to be there for it. Otherwise, you're still playing a completely different game. A casual fighter enthusiast, I still know what local versus in online is super different, but the online for a lot of fighting games is not the same. Also true, and I actually like that. No, scooches. No, scooches. I know you're not disagreeing. I'm just elaborating a little bit, and I'm never one to like. I won't even ever talk about it like that. But no, I understand what you're saying. It's just more going a little further into it. Now, and I want to though. That's one of the reasons that I'm so adamant about playing online more. I want to play online more because I want to be able. I want to have an online gameplay set. I want to be able to be like, well, here I'm gonna jump on online and get used to playing in this kind of latency and this kind of lag or whatever the case may be. But that's actually the reason why I'm doing it, because I have one of two options, right? I can stop playing Tekken, right? You gotta learn this shit. We gotta learn this shit. Either I can stop playing and just whining about it, right? Or I can just fucking try to fight through it. So I'm just trying to fight through it until something changes. What's up with it, Linthos? What's good? I've legit never thought an online fighter was good enough to take and match seriously, but I've also tried rollback. See, yo, wall of base. Yo, real shit, exactly. The other guy has to fight through it too. That's big facts, right? That's big facts. So, bro, Harada said we're gonna get 6 rollback. Yo, I'm down. I don't care what it means, just as long as it makes the online better. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, I'm not gonna pretend to know how rollback works, right? Because I've heard and seen a lot of people come and make these videos where they're like, yeah, man, rollback works this way, and rollback works this way. All you have to do is this, that, and the other. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I honestly have felt from the beginning that it would be a little different to implement rollback. Some people told me that it was not. They was like, it's the same shit. You don't even have to worry about it. Who fucking cares? And I'm like, no, that's not the way it works. I've seen some real respect lately in Street Fighter V when the connection gets dicey. Both of us back off and wait for it to stabilize. Yeah, Darwood, like, and that's the thing, right? Like, sometimes you can play online and then it chill, and like, I do it all the time when I play with the homies. Like, if I play with like AJ or one of them, like, sometimes I'll bullshit them and go hit them, but a lot of the times we don't try to wait for that connection to even out, and that is whack, because I don't play like, I'm not one of those like, oh, I'm gonna take my time. I'm like, yo, what's up? I'm always in fight mode. If you take that away, then I'm literally like, all right, I guess I gotta wait for the lag to, am I supposed to go back in or no? You've never heard of rollback before this stream? Oh my god. If you play fighting games online, rollback is kind of like it's like the hot thing right now, especially considering there's a lot of online fighting game tournaments. So if there's a lot of online fighting game tournaments, that means that you want to have a successful working netcode, right? If you use delay-based netcode, it is not the best route to go, because delay-based netcode gives you this thing where, like in Street Fighter V, you get rollback, or where you look like you hit somebody and then they just fast forward, or they're blocking, or it gives you a different sound effect, all those things. That's a complex for every frame you roll back. Yeah, we want to stimulate each frame. Yeah, forwards. This means in any one frame that you see, your console may be simulating 3 to 6 frames behind. So Scooches, I'm going to tell you my understanding of that and how it works in 3D games. Not only is it harder because of that, but because if you're playing a 3D game and you have 8 directional movements and then you have inputs and moves that are attached to each one, apparently that makes a difference, because you're still going to have to count for all of those things. So when Harada said that he only had 3 frames of rollback in, I'm like, that don't even fucking make sense. Like, how does that work, right? But apparently there is, right? But it's only in certain instances. How that works, I cannot go into, but I can say that at least the implementation is there. Is it a fighting game thing only? In the instance, yes. Only because fighting games require a lot more reaction, right? A lot more precision. And sometimes people play off of hit confirming, so it's not always just based off of that. Nerd Josh has it. Delay based is donkey pulled wagon, rollback is space travel. Facts. Do shooters use rollback? I don't know of any shooters that use rollback. Scooches? Hey, yo, Scooches, I am so happy. Yo, Scooches, do you know of first person shooters that use actually rollback? I mean, personally, I don't know. Yeah, I know they use dedicated servers, yeah. We also have to consider the environment from Japanese developer standpoint. The overall network infrastructure in Japan doesn't have the peak lows that Western countries have. That's 100% facts. So it's still an infrastructure thing too. So sometimes they test things and they're like, yep, looks good. Of course, right? Of course. Oh, that definitely happens. That definitely happens. No, I mean, and that's the thing. There's a lot of things to consider, Mark. And Mark knows this, right? That's why I don't try to like talk shit, because a lot of times I'm not sure. They use server rollback of some kind. The fighting games rollback is different because there's no server, just 2 clients. That's true. A lot of that has been a thing in fighting games, is that not having dedicated servers makes things even more complicated to make online infrastructure work, right? How dare you think I have people around me in West Japan to play video games? Yeah, Tekken 6 online, come on. Blah! That shit was sick. T6 definitely gave me PTSD. I'm not gonna say that fighting games need dedicated servers, but I feel like if let's just say I'm making a fighting game, right? If I'm making a fighting game and I want everybody to play that fighting game, that means once they go online, I want it to be as seamless as possible. As seamless as possible. And if I do have to make an adjustment to play online, it better be small. For it, if it works flawlessly, then I can play online, no questions asked, right? Like if it were, I'll shut the fuck up. I'll still eat the L, but like, at least give me the opportunity to remove the option of questioning myself because it might be online. That's all I ask. Once that's gone, then I can play online. I don't give a fuck what it takes to get to the point of being able to do that. I'm just saying that if they can say, well, hey, Steve, you can play without worrying about it dropping in these instances. And that is consistency. And that's really what you need. If you have consistency while you're playing online, at least then you can accurately adjust. But if you have a fluctuating connection, it's bad. It's not going to be easy to make those adjustments. I remember platinuming Tekken 6 and saying to myself, I don't ever need to touch this game again. Bro, it's crazy. Like, it's terrible. Crunchy Moogle, exactly, right? And 50%, right? And Harada just said 50% of these people are using online. Here's the only authoritative video on the technical rollback stuff if anyone is interested. I'm going to put this in the Discord as well. Yeah, it's 50% of the people use it online. That's fucking terrible. God. 50%? I have to worry about 50% of the people I'm playing having a connection that is not stable. That's fucking nuts.